institutions and organizations prepare to celebrate 9th of August. We, with cultural events, Tribal Design Forum is instead organizing Tribal Futures, a 1 month long online festival, and entirely conceptualized by creative professionals from various tribal communities in India to celebrate the creative and cultural capital of the tribal communities in India. This month-long online celebration brings together exciting art, design, film, and technology professionals from various tribal communities to showcase their talent, work, and contributions to respective tribal communities through daily evening interactive sessions in this month of August. Over the past 3 years, Tribal Design Forum has relentlessly worked to identify designers and creative professionals from various tribes of India, domain experts from around the world, and invited them at our platform to share their journey and experiences of working with tribal communities in India and the various indigenous cultures around the world. So far, we have been able to bring over 185 presenters from over 36 countries and have been able to create a repository of art, design, and technology interventions in indigenous communities to create social, cultural, and economic impact. From the 185 sessions, we have been able to curate some of the exciting works of artists, designers, illustrators, graphic designers, fashion designers, filmmakers, and other professionals from various tribes of India to put together a lineup of interactive sessions, which we wish to showcase and engage with audiences at this very platform. To create a greater awareness of tribal communities, showcase some of the contemporary work done by creative professionals from the tribes of India, and continue to explore how art, design, culture, and technology can play an instrumental role for the benefit of tribal communities in India. Creative professionals from tribes in the Northeast, such as Ao, Angami, Konyak, Sami, Khadi, Garo, Galo, Kachari, Lepcha, to professionals from Central India and East, such as Gond, Santhal, Urao, and Munda, to professionals from the West, Worli, Ratwa, and Bhil. From a unique ensemble of contemporary tribal imagination and creativity, and present the rich, vibrant, and diverse tribal communities and culture in the context of modern times at the Tribal Futures Festival. We invite you to join this journey to discover a whole new world, a world of tribes in transition. And we are extremely delighted to have with us today artist and designer Arak Sangma from the Garo community based in Tura, Garo Hills, Meghalaya. So Arak will deliver a 30 minutes presentation in revitalizing the traditional clay of the Garo Hills. He will discuss how he brings Garo stories and traditions to life through clay creations. The presentation will explore the cultural significance of his art form, passed down through generations. Arak will share his experiences and techniques, highlighting the infusion of traditional motifs with his designs. The session will conclude with a 30 minutes Q&A discussing the intricacies of Garo clay art, its role in cultural preservation, and the challenges of sustaining traditional crafts. The presentation will be 30 minutes long in English. Please feel free to put your questions, comments, or simply your reactions in the chat while the presentation is on. We would be keen to take up your questions in the Q&A session after Arak's presentation. Due to the paucity of time, we shall be able to take in the first 5 questions. So be quick. That appears in the chat box. So keep your questions ready to make the session interactive. Arak, we are delighted to have you as part of the Tribal Futures celebration, and we look forward to your presentation. Arak, the floor is all yours.
Okay, can I share my screen now, Margaret?
Sure.
Let's see.
Minute.
Mm. Mm.
Is it all right?
All right, yes.
Cool.
So shall I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Margaret, and thank you, Tribal Design Forum, for giving me an opportunity to talk about my work and journey as an artist. So the title, Clay, a Boundless Medium, highlights Clay's versatility for artistic expression from intricate artworks to everyday items. It emphasizes Clay's unique ability to transcend boundaries, allowing artists to explore both grand and mundane themes, creating works that are remarkable and practical. So it celebrates Clay's universal appeal and captivity to be shaped into anything the artist imagines. So my name is Arak M. Sangma. I am an artist from Tura, Meghalaya, belonging to the Garo community. So growing up in Garo Hills, I was surrounded by breathtaking landscapes where people and nature coexist in harmony. So this environment, coupled with our rich traditions, music, and dance deeply influenced my journey as an artist. So my story begins at a very young age when I discovered my love for creating. So unlike other kids who enjoy playing outside, I found my joy within the walls of my home. So I spent countless hours making crafts, uh, playing with clay, and sketching. So these early experiences became the foundation of my passion for art. So growing up, I faced many challenges, particularly bullying and harassment, which led me to retreat further into my creative sanctuary. So art became my refuge, a safe space where I could express myself freely and find solace. It was during these moments that my passion for art truly began to flourish. Mm, as I grew older, my dedication to art led me to join Gauhati University, where I pursued a Bachelor of Fine Arts. The time there was incredibly transformative. Being surrounded by so many different artists and styles opened my eyes to the vast possibilities within the world of art. I learned new techniques, honed my skills, and most importantly, I saw art in a whole new light. So the vibrant community of artists inspired me to push my boundaries and explore new dimensions of creativity. So after completing my bachelor's, I decided to deepen my understanding of history and culture by pursuing a master's uh, in history and archaeology. So this academic journey enriched my perspective and allowed me to integrate historical and cultural context into my artwork. It was a period of immense growth, both personally and artistically. I realized that my experiences, both good and bad, were integral part of my art. So the bully and harassment I faced as a child, which once felt like a burden, became a powerful source of inspiration. So it taught me resilience and gave me a unique perspective that I could channel into my work. So art has been my constant companion, guiding me through the highs and lows of life. So it allowed me to preserve my culture, share stories, and connect with others on a deeply emotional level. I choose clay as a a canvas where stories unfold through textures and form. So while I also do paint, but it's clay that I truly connect. It feels alive, whispering ancient tales and personal memories into my creation, allowing me to craft pieces that are not just art, but a dialogue with the art itself. So let's move on to the next slide. So the Garo people are a Tibeto-Burman ethnic group who lives mainly in Garo Hills of Meghalaya, India, and also in Bangladesh. So we have a really cool matrilineal system where family inheritance passes through the woman. So our biggest festival, Wangala, is a huge celebration of the harvest with a lot of music and dancing. So the Garo Hills is beautiful, full of lush landscapes and diverse wildlife, which makes it a great place for farming. So the Garo community's strong connection to their tradition and nature really adds to the rich cultural mix of Northeast India. So I am truly delighted to share with you one of my most cherished uh, pieces of art, which bridges the gap between the past and the present, and between tradition and transformation. This piece is called the Tebrong Bijakni Matma, or the jackfruit leaf bowl. So this work is deeply rooted in a in a cherished childhood memory. So growing up in the 90s, children like me would gather around jackfruit trees during the hot summer months. We would craft various toys from jackfruit leaves, and one of our favorite was the bull. So these leaf bulls were more than just playthings. They were a symbol of our creativity and the joy of simple shared experiences in our community. And today's world, where children are increasingly absorbed in mobile phones and digital gadgets, many of these simple and meaningful traditions are being lost. So I created the terracotta bull to preserve this part of our heritage and to connect with the past. So by transforming this childhood toy into a piece of terracotta art, I want to capture and celebrate the essence of those carefree days and the sense of community that came with them. So let's move on to the next slide again. By my effort to honor these memories extends beyond just one piece. I've
Just a
developed a
minute.
series. Sorry?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
I think there's a little bit of pause going on.
Sorry? Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, yes, Harak, you're audible. Please continue.
Okay. So My effort to honor these memories extend beyond just this one piece. I've developed a series inspired by the bull, including terracotta wall hangings, brooch pins, and necklaces. Each of these pieces is designed to allow people to carry a piece of this memory with them, whether it's as a decorative wall piece, a brooch pin close to the heart, or a necklace worn with pride. So through this series, I hope to keep the spirits of those joyful summer alive and share it with both current and future generations. So my goal is to inspire others to appreciate and reconnect with their own cultural traditions and to celebrate the simple joys that have shared our lives. So creation process. The process of making is quite detailed and requires a lot of patience and care. So firstly, I source my clay from an archaeological site. The pottery at this site dates back to 100 years, which adds a special historical touch to my work. So once I have the clay, I start by straining out all the impurities. This ensures that the clay is clean and ready to use. So next, I wedge the clay to remove all the air bubbles. So this step is very important because air bubbles can cause the piece to break during firing. So by wedging the clay, I make sure it is smooth and free of any tapped air. So after the clay is prepared, I begin sculpting. So this is where I bring my ideas to life, shaping the clay into the desired form. So once the sculpting is done, I let the piece sit at room temperature for about 2 to 3 days. So this allows it to settle and firm up a bit. So following this, I dry the pieces in the sun for a week. The sun drying process is crucial as it removes any remaining moisture from the clay, preparing it for the final step. So that is firing. So sorry, I could not put up a picture of the firing process. For the firing, I use a traditional method called open firing. So this involves using woods and twigs to create a fire. So this piece is carefully placed in the fire where it hardens and becomes a durable terracotta artwork. This entire process is quite labor intensive, but it is incredibly rewarding to see the final piece come to life. So each step from sourcing the clay to the firing is done with great care and attention to detail. So the impact of creating this has been profound. It has sparked interest in our traditions and not just among our community, but also beyond. So many have praised its design and cultural significance, and it has gained popularity, showing how much people value our heritage. So this terracotta bull has also become an educational tool, teaching younger generations about our cultural roots. It has inspired students and younger artists to appreciate and create art that honors our traditions. So in addition to the sculpture, me and a friend of mine have also created a storybook on the bull under the Saura Mandala Foundation. So this story aims to share our cultural heritage with young readers, making the bull story accessible and engaging for children, and also excited. And I'm also excited to announce that there will be a large installation of the terracotta bull coming up in Shillong. So this installation will be a significant milestone, bringing our cultural symbol to a broader audience uh, and further celebrating our heritage. So the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. A professor of archaeology found it fascinating, and many other communities have expressed how it brings back fond memories and pride in our heritage. So this project has fostered a sense of pride within our community and encouraged discussions about our culture. It reminds us the importance of preserving and celebrating our traditions, ensuring they are not forgotten. Let's move on to the next slide. So my next terracotta piece is called Akima. The name Akima, I've combined two words. So Aki, which means clay, and Kama. So in our Garo tradition, Kama is a wooden totem put up in memory of someone who has passed away. So long ago, these totems were simple and abstract, reflecting a pure form of respect. So today, however, they have become more realistic, and I feel that this change has affected their original beauty. So with Kama, I want to bring back the simplicity of the old Kama using clay. So this piece aims to honor our tradition and the minimalist style that was once so meaningful. So by doing this, I hope to keep our tradition alive, our cultural heritage, and inspire future generation to appreciate the beauty of our past. So this piece is inspired by the traditional Khmer design, and it is embellished with natural rami and banana fibers. It represents a blend of cultural heritage and natural materials. Through this artwork, I aim to preserve the unique craftsmanship and traditions of the Garo community. So this is an unfired relief panel that tells the captivating story of Dombe. In this work, you can see Dombe looking with disgust at Buga Raja, the merman king. The story goes that the Buga Raja, enchanted by Dombe's beauty, kidnapped her. So this moment of the story captures the intense emotion and the dramatic encounter between Dombe and the Merman King. Through this piece, I aim to bring to life the rich cultural heritage of our people and share these timeless tales with a wider audience. Art has a unique way of preserving stories, and it is my hope that this piece will keep the story of Dombe alive for future generation. So I also want to quickly take you through a few slides of my other work since we have limited time. So I make terracotta necklaces inspired from traditional elements. And I've also made terracotta goggles inspired by Eskimo snow goggles. So I'm also developing a line of terracotta clothings called Wearable Earth. So yeah, Earth is a universal medium. You can literally make anything with it. So it will. I hope it will be out soon by next year, hopefully. And like also in some parts of Garo Hills, clay is even consumed. So I've tried it myself. It tastes a little bland, but yeah, they believe it has some nutritional values in it. So with this, I want to show and tell people that clay is truly universal. So these are like some of my paintings. Uh, So being part of the Garo community makes me very proud, and it shapes my life and art in many ways. So our rich traditions and close bonds inspire me to share our stories through terracotta work. So my art honors our past and helps inspire future generation. So to me, tribal imagination means drawing from the traditions, stories, and culture of my people. It shapes how I see the world and inspires my art, connecting me to Garo communities, history, and myths. This connection helps me to create art that honors our past and brings our story to life in a modern way. Each piece blends old technique with new ideas, preserving our culture while making it relevant. So through my art, I aim to show the beauty of the Garo Hills and the strength of my people. Tribal imagination is the core of my work, giving it meaning and identity. So, so we've finally made it to the end of the slides. So a big thank you to Tribal Design Forum and everyone here for sticking around and listening to my talk. You all deserve a round of applause for that. So, Margaret, if we have time, can we have a look at the video, please?
Sure. Over to you, Varsha. Arab,
Yes.
can you see a double screen at the moment right now?
Oh, 1 second, please.
No, I've stopped sharing. Thank you, Arak, for taking us through your wonderful presentation, your journey of working with the clay of the Garo Hills and to bring to life the oral traditions of the community of life. It is indeed very innovative way to highlight your culture that not just keeps the story alive, but also the indigenous, um, one second, give me a minute. Yeah. So not just to keep the stories alive, but also the indigenous techniques and knowledge system relevant today. So as we see that one thing is definitely how art has been your refuge, which is very interesting to learn. And also at the same time, it has been your constant companion. So when we look at it, it shows that your power of resilience and as Henry Matisse says, that creativity takes courage. Thank you so much for that, Ara. So guys, please put in your Q&A. We would invite the audience to post your questions either in the chat or just feel free to raise your hands. It would be nice if you tell us your name, city and profession so that we can have a greater context to your question. Short and precise question will be greatly appreciated. While you think of a question, let me start a question for Arak from my side. So Arak, having gone, through your work, how do you see the stories that create in clay bring about and consumed? And who buys them? And why do they buy them? Arak? Varsha, am I audible?
Yes, Margaret, you're audible. I think Arik is having some bandwidth issues
I see.
because I think his screen is has frozen.
Okay, I thought it was mine. Yeah, Arak, you're muted. Please unmute yourself. Arak, you're on mute.
Audible?
Yes,
Sorry, I'm
awesome.
having a little network issue out here.
Yeah, same here. So we can do one thing. If you can just put off your video, then fine. I'll keep mine on. So should I repeat my question, Arak, for
Yes,
you?
please. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So having seen your work, how do you see the stories that you create in clay being bought and consumed? So who buys it? And why do they buy them?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. So should I repeat again? I'll take my question one more. How do you see the stories that create in clay being bought and consumed? So your customers, your consumers. So who buys them, and why do they buy them? I think we lost Arak there. Just give us a moment, guys. Meantime, I would suggest that the audience put the questions in the chat so we move smoothly, because I think he's having his network issues, which we have to accept because all of us come from very remote regions. So please bear with us. So while he's connecting, so let me just share with you what's coming up in the next sessions with regard to the TDF events. So we have some excitement coming up, which we
Hello?
look forward, to look forward to the events. So is it full screen?
No, Margaret, can you please make it a presentation format?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Yes. So Arab, just give a minute. Since you are okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So TDF is having a month-long celebration, and for this month, and also we have like future events which is coming up, which is 2 boot camps, which will be held in Kohima, starting from the 2nd to the 4th, and then we also have Ukrul, which will be starting from the 6th to the 8th of October. So people who want to participate, we would appreciate that you visit WW Tribal Design Forum and see more details. And also, whoever's interested, please register. Arak, so would you like to start with the Q&A again? One second, let me just stop sharing. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah. So Arak, are you here? Okay, guys, just give us some more time. Nilima, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so, okay, he's joining back. Okay, so meantime, let me just take you through the events which is lined up. So at least we don't, for the interest of time. So tomorrow, we also look forward to have audience, like, you can register for it. We have sustainable tourism in the Michiland by Jimu Mele. So this will be same time, same place. So please register for it. And also today we have an exciting session which is coming up at 9:30, which is based on AI. So anybody who is in the field of AI, advanced computing, and future landscape, do register and be back by 9:30. This will be a very interesting session. So yeah, with this, these are the sessions which we have from Tribal Design Forum and Tribal Futures. And over to you, Arak, if you're here. We can continue with the Q&A. Arak, are you here?
We'll have to wait for a few minutes because he's trying to log in.
Okay. So meantime, if anybody has any question, just put it in the chat, because due to the paucity of time, we have to entertain only 5 questions. Yeah, please bear with us, guys, because Arak is also from another like interior part of Tura.
Margaret, maybe till the time we wait for Arak to log in, if anyone here in the audience has any observations or any questions which they can probably bring to the table for the purpose of sharing, then we'd be very happy to host them.
Yeah. So yeah, so guys, if you have any questions, You can put up your hands, put in the chat, or directly you can share your share your learning or your curiosity. That'll be great.
Anjali, good to see you here. What do you think of whatever you saw today?
Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Anjali and I work with ceramic. And I really liked how he incorporated the traditional forms into clay. But I want to know more about the firing technique actually. And also if that clay is a mix of two, three materials in it, because clay holds a very important part when you're making something. So at what temperature does he fires and all the technical stuff?
Yeah, it would be interesting to learn from him because he does experiment quite a bit with materials and processes. And I think that is what makes his work very contemporary and modern. But yeah, sad that we have to connect with him in Thura. We've been fortunate to have an uninterrupted session. It's sad that his line went off during the Q&A time. There's an iPhone hand up. Yes, please.
I think that's Arak. Arak is back.
Yeah, he's back. Wait, let me check.
Yeah, he's back.
Hello.
Yay! Yes. So
Hi.
yeah, Arak. Apologies for that.
So
So
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
you
sorry
can put
about
your video off, so that you
that.
get a better bandwidth. So
Okay,
yeah,
one second.
so yeah. So I will continue with the questions which I have, and then we can continue with the audience. So
Yes.
Arak, what I was asking was, how do you see the stories that create in clay being bought and consumed? So who buys them and why do they buy them? Arak?
Margaret, I think your question is a jinx. Every time this question
I
gets
think
asked,
so.
the connection disappears.
Yeah, I think I should skip that.
We'll skip that. Anju,
Yeah.
it's good. Anju, it's good to see you today with do we have students from NID Ceramics?
Yes, there are a few.
Yeah.
Um,
It'll be nice to hear from them if there is something of a takeaway they've been able to take from this session or Arak's presentation, or if they're curious about something, then perhaps we could connect Arak with your department whenever required.
Yeah, sure. I don't know who can take up, but I would like to add things that I really like the way he had, incorporate these traditional forms into the urban need and urban form. It's really good and really appreciable, and I really like the finish and the process. And he had done some, I guess, some treatment on the clay and maybe combination of oxidation reduction firing, that much I could see. But apparently he could not show the firing method, but I think from his product I could guess that. That's really nice. I'm really glad to see his work. Thank you.
Yeah, and most of his products get retailed and sold in Delhi through this store called Meghalayan Age. Meghalayan Age is an initiative of the government of Meghalaya where they run a fantastic program of supporting designers and artisans and marketing the products. So if any of you are ever in Delhi or are in Delhi, you all can visit the Meghalayan Age store. You'll find many of his work there, not just his work, but many other Khasi and Garo artists and artisans there.
Yeah, sure. We will when we'll go to Delhi. Definitely would like to see this. Yeah, thank you.
So, Margaret, if we're finding it difficult, then perhaps we'll call it a day. It's quite unfortunate that we couldn't connect with him. We faced worse issues earlier whenever connecting with Thura or the Northeast. But at least for today's purpose, I think the presentation went off fine. So Margaret, maybe you can consider closing the session in case if anyone else does not have anything else to add.
So are we having him here? I'm Nilima here. I'm just keen to know. So,
Yeah, Nilima,
I-
we are waiting for him. We're trying to have him online. He's
Okay.
still struggling.
Okay.
So we were just
Okay.
wondering that if it goes on too long, then it does not appear fine.
Sure.
But we'll be waiting. We're just saying that in case if
Okay. No, I just wanted to share with him personally, and I'm sorry for all that interruption in the beginning because of my unmute this thing.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I just entered after a heavy rain and everything got really messed up. So basically, I was in Meghalaya just a few weeks back, and I saw his work there. And I was really, really delighted to see that work at Dakti Craft. And I know that it's at Meghalayan Age. And in fact, I immediately wanted to, meet him if he was in Shillong to see what kind of work he's doing and all of that and have a conversation. But I was told that he is in his the other region where he works from. In fact, I just wanted to know from him if in case or even if we can whether the kind of firing and all he does is similar to what happens at Larnai, at the other place where we could visit a few weeks back for ODOP workshop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Nilima, what we will do is I see less chances of him being able to reconnect because
Okay.
though it's raining at your end, but it's not too disturbing. I think perhaps it must have started raining at his side. And
Yes,
it
it
gets-
did,
becomes
and
worse.
it's really
Yeah.
difficult for him to connect back. So he said that people who ever have any question,
Yeah.
Yeah.
from our side, we can share his email and a phone number as well, so that people can directly connect to him. And if they want to visit their studio, they are most welcome. And he's really apologetic about that he cannot make it because of the rain. And suddenly it started raining and the network went off.
Yeah, great. So Varsha, do you think it's possible for you to put his contact details in the
Yeah,
chat
sure.
right
I'll
now?
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
So
Right away.
all those people who wish to have some of their questions or queries answered, you could connect with him directly with at the contacts that Varsha will be putting on the chat here. And from on behalf of Tribal Design Forum, we are extremely sorry that we could not have Arak on board, but I think this is the normal course of action and sudden problems that happen, unlike what technology seems to be promising us. But then that is the case. So Margaret, I think maybe you can close this session, and Varsha, if you can just put the contact details here.
Yeah. But thanks to all of you for making these connections. Yeah. So, though, I mean, and this technology which can make this work, otherwise, how would this had been possible? No.
Yes,
So,
Nilima,
thanks.
the world worked with technology when the world was suffering from pandemic, and there was no reason why people from far and remote places could not similarly connect and do business. And I think this is one of the ways in which Tribal Design Forum did emerge. And we are happy that today we are at this space where we can very happily share all our interactions and learning with people like you.
Thanks. Yeah.
So Margaret, please close the session.
Apologies, guys. Okay. So Horo,
Yeah, tell me.
okay, so I will just, sorry, I also got kicked out from the room because of my bandwidth. Just make the closing part of our sessions. So yeah, So
Okay.
yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us this evening today. So on behalf of Tribal Design Forum, many a times we as members of the tribal communities are quite far away from the rapidly evolving world. And this is one of the way for us to stay abreast with the latest in the world. All of you are invited to join in the Zoom for the Zoom sessions tomorrow as well. Same time, same place. We will be having Jimu Mele, who is a young entrepreneur. So that's for tomorrow. And also do join us for the session, which is coming up at 9:30, which is by one of the world's leading quantum computing scientists from Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, USA, who will be telling us about artificial intelligence and emerging technologies which are going to shape the world in the future. So thank you, everyone, and good night. Bye.